Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever this video will be seen and hopefully shared. Saloon Driver once again, bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that I picked up thanks to a video I saw on the Random Rob watch channel. Wasn't planning on buying this watch, didn't even know this watch existed. But when I saw the video on Random Rob's channel, I was, captivated a bit and decided that I'm going to go pick one of those up. Found one on Amazon at a decent price and picked it up. This is as you can see from the box, this is from Casio. Not a square. Usually when I think Casio, I think squares. But this is one of their Oceanus watches. And was really a nice pickup. This is the, I believe you can see the part number. Is that the part number? No, that's not part number. This is our part number on the box. Nope. Anyway. Part number on this is the OCW-T3000-2AJF. That may mean something to somebody somewhere, but means nothing to me. All I know is it's a very nice chronograph. In the box, you have a little mini box here, which is where you find all the paperwork, warranty card, booklet, user's guide, etc., etc. You can see I haven't opened it. There's a reason for that, and I will get to that momentarily. Well, one obvious reason is you can find these manuals online in PDF format, and I prefer to do that rather than the paper box, is easier to search out. Inside there you also have this wave shaped box. Nice little box. Inside you of course have the watch, which we'll get to in a second. We also have hang tag, and it costs 110,000 yen. You can translate that yourself into real money at your leisure. It is a Bluetooth capable watch. There's the part number. There's some more information, nice hieroglyphics, module number, etc. Useful. On the pillow here, you will find the watch itself, which is, there are multiple colorways of this watch. This one is, of course, in blue, which I love blue. It's my favorite color. And it is a dual time zone chronograph watch with multiple complications. Of course, I just say it's calendar, has the date there, day of the week here. You have a second time zone here, which I have set to, let's see, well, it was supposed to be set to mountain time, but I guess not. Actually, I can probably demonstrate on how to reset that in a minute here. Anyway, very nice watch. Back of the watch is full of information, tough solar, Bluetooth, etc., etc., module number. One thing you might notice right off the bat is that's not the strap, or bracelet, I should say, that this watch was born with. No, it's not. Here's the bracelet itself. I didn't like it. Short answer. I just didn't like it. It felt flimsy. Of course, it's titanium. I'll get to that in a minute. It felt flimsy. It was a friction pin deal, which I didn't want to deal with. It has no discernible micro adjust except for, this thing here. It's not really much of one, but if you the watch is open, I accidentally discovered this because initially I thought there was no micro adjustment, but if you push these pushers in, you do have a bit of micro adjusting available with that, but I mean, it's not much. And quite honestly, the whole thing just felt kind of flimsy, and I was not impressed. And I had been buying these mesh bracelets. These are actually meant to go on a smartwatch. I think it was not an Apple Watch, obviously, but one of the other off brands or something. But I bought one on a whim for a watch just to see if it worked. And these things are just so comfortable, and it's so inexpensive. I mean, they're under $20 a piece. I think they're even like 16 or 17 bucks a piece on Amazon. I will leave a link to this brand. It's called Eche, Eache, Eche. Not really sure, but really nice watch bracelet. Has a nice clasp to it. Clicks in nice and solid. It's very comfortable, and you can see that the tail slides underneath the bracelet, which really is nice. And it's sized. I'm gonna hold it so it doesn't move because this is sized right for me. But if you flip this open, you just flip that open and then just slide it back and forth, and then lock it down when you're done. And this is a good time as any to do a wrist shot. Closes solidly, and it looks great on my 7¼ inch wrist. It's very comfortable with this mesh bracelet. I have these on multiple watches in my collection. Most of them are Zelos watches that I put these on because I wanted them on bracelets instead of straps. And in a couple of cases, the bracelet options that I had chosen before just didn't work. But this works so beautifully. It feels great. It's inexpensive. They seem to be holding up well over time. And hell, even if it breaks, it's only 17 bucks. It's no big deal. But the watch fits beautifully on my 7¼ inch wrist. And the watch is titanium, so it's very light. And this steel bracelet doesn't add a lot of weight to it. So it's still, you get the lightness of the titanium. I mean, admittedly, it's a full titanium watch with this bracelet. And other people may like this bracelet. I think it looks fine. It feels a little flimsy to me, and I wasn't into it. It just wasn't having it. So I took it off. By the way, these come with quick release spring bars, but I had to reuse the spring bars that came with the watch. And yeah, you might notice a bit of a gap. There is a bit of a gap there. This is a 20 millimeter bracelet, but and they say this is a 20 millimeter lug width, but I think I looked in multiple places. They all say 20 millimeter. This really looks 21 to me. So there's a bit of a gap, but that doesn't bother me. So that's fine. I'll call it 20 millimeter lug width because that's what they do. But okay, it's not really. Anyway, the one thing about this watch that's really nice is, like a lot of the Tough Solar G-Shocks, this one also has an app. It doesn't use the G-Shock app, at least not on the iPhone. You have to download a different Casio Oceanus app to work with this. But you can set the time and do all kinds of things with that app. The one thing I had to do manually was to set the second time zone, or the world time as they call it. I wanted to set it for West Coast time, 3 hours behind. It looks like I got it wrong. If you take the if you take the crown out one notch, you see that the pointer is pointing to -6. Now that's -6 from GMT. And West Coast time, I believe, is -8. -7, I'm sorry, it's pointing to -7. But if you turn it to -8, you can see that the watch, well, yeah, it resets to, no, I was wrong. I'm sorry, I was wrong. -7 appears to be West Coast time. So, yeah, okay, so I was wrong. It was set correctly. And if you close it back, everything resets. The watch has been keeping time the whole time. The second hand goes back to keeping time. The day indicator goes back to the day of the week. And you can see the second time zone is pointing to 10 till 7 a.m., which is West Coast time. In the U.S., it's 10 till 11 East Coast time, which is where I am in the U.S. And you can see there's an AM/PM indicator for that subdial. The subdial up here is a 24-hour subdial. Now, these also function as a stopwatch. If you cycle this button, until it points there to ST, stopwatch, you can see that zeroes out to become the indicator for, I believe it's hours. And if you push that button, there goes the stopwatch. I'll let it run for a minute or two. And that, of course, is the stop button, and that's also the reset button down there. So it has a lot of the functions of a G-Shock, but it's obviously an analog format instead of digital. It updates. It can either update with a radio reception from one of the 6 worldwide time radio synchronizing things. Like in America, they use a Naval Observatory in Colorado. There are others scattered around the world, or it will use Bluetooth to sync up with your phone. So really a nice feature there. I have my sheet of facts here to give you the lowdown on thing. You can see the minute indicator there moved. This is, as I say, this is the Casio Oceanus Classic. They call this the Classic. OCW-T3000-2AJF. That's the blue one. I think there's also the 1AJF, which is the black one, I think. You can find it. 43 millimeter case, 20 millimeter lug, 48.2 on the tip to tip, 11 millimeters thick, 100 meter water resistance, and that's done even without a screw down crown. So maybe it's a swimmable watch. I wouldn't take it diving, but it's certainly a swimmable watch. I mean, it is, after all, a sports watch. It uses the Solar Quartz Movement Module 5583. It is a titanium case with a nice polish in places. Titanium bracelet, which we already looked at. Sapphire crystal, which is very nice to have. As I said, it's a radio and Bluetooth updatable watch. And as I told you, I changed the bracelet from the titanium factory bracelet to the Ichi or Echi or whatever stainless mesh bracelet. I will leave a link to the, oh, by the way, this is available in silver, which is this, gold tone, blue, black, and a dark bronze. And I've actually bought one of the dark bronze and paired it with one of my bronze Zelos watches just to try it out. I'll be putting a Zelos bracelet on eventually, but I just wanted to try it out, and it really looks good. So I was very happy with that. So you see the stopwatch. If I stop it and then reset, and it resets there. And then if you push the lower button here again, it resets back to, well, that's the radio indication that it found. I'm sorry, battery indication, not radio indication. It's pointing at H, which means high, which means it has a good charge. And then it points back to the day of the week again, and then starts keeping time again, which you see. So a nice, it would make a nice world travel watch. I mean, it's really easy to set that second time zone to a different time zone and then track it that way. Or you can use the app in the phone to flip-flop. Like this is called home time and this is world time. You can actually flip them to have let's say you travel to California. Why would you want to? But never mind. You can flip this dial to here, to the main dial, and then flip this one back to the world time. So you can flip the two with the app. And I'm sure there's a way to do it without the app, but I don't know how to do that. I didn't explore that. But with the app, it's very simple. You literally tap the once on the screen at a certain place, and it'll just transpose the time zones. I like this watch. I'm really glad. I was making fun of Random Rob as the enabler who once again convinced me to go buy another watch. That I got way too many watches. I need another watch like I need a hole in the head, right? But I'm really glad I decided to pick this watch up. It really is a nice looking, and it's a great grab and go everyday wear watch, and I really like it. I love the blue sunburst. It really looks great. Easy to read the time. I highly recommend this watch. Great travel companion. Just a great watch to have, and I think if you pick one of these up, you'll agree. I'm going to wrap the video up with that because I'm very happy with it, and I'm eager to turn the camera off and wear the watch today. So that's what I'm going to do. But before I turn it off, I'm going to ask you that if you enjoyed this video, found it interesting, entertaining, useful, please click that thumbs up button. It does help with the YouTube algorithms for searches. So the more thumbs up I get, the more searchable my videos are. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do still respond to them all. However, if you're going to be nasty, insulting, offensive, or post links to bad places on the web, I'm going to delete your comment and I'm going to block you. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I hope you found this video entertaining. I hope you will go watch many, many more videos that I have that are equally or even more entertaining. All I ask in return is that you do click that subscribe button. And when you do, click the bell icon so that when I upload new videos, you will be alerted. And when I do live streams, which I do every Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or other times during the week as time and opportunity avail themselves to me, you will be alerted to the beginning of those live streams and you can join. Meanwhile, it is still a crazy old world out there, so I ask that you be safe, be careful, be well. See you soon.